the blogger at fortnegrita.com. It is a green living blog. I focus on my zero waste life, which means that I practice a life of no trash at all. Initially, I started Fort Negrita as a green life blog. I was moving to Ecuador, and I wanted to figure out how to get rid of a lot of stuff. I was purging. I was like, let me get rid of everything when I moved, because I didn't want to have a bunch of just stuff stashed away at my parents' house. So I started looking for responsible ways to dispose of those items, and through that I built Fort Negrita. I started to do how-tos, how to get rid of textiles, how to recycle your mattress, how to recycle broken glass, things like that. And then last summer, while I was in Ecuador, I found out about this woman, a blogger, who practices the zero waste life. And from there, I just kind of took off. I found out about the whole zero waste community, and I just really got into it. And I was like, you know, if I really want to do this green thing, this is like for sure the most authentic way to do it. So I kind of transitioned for about six months or so, and then in February of this year, I finally decided to cut all my trash off. So typically on my blog, you'll see how much trash I use in about 3 or 4 weeks, and it's usually all fitted inside of a mason jar. So it's been a really interesting transition. I wouldn't say it's hard, it just takes a lot of preparation. So
what do you miss the most?
What do I miss? The ease of not having to create stuff from scratch. But it's also good, because if I'm making stuff from scratch instead of buying it packaged, then I know exactly what ingredients are in it anyway. So I'm eating clean without even making that my initiative. So it's always a win-win with zero waste. That's something I've noticed as I've been practicing it.
Okay. So have you discovered anything new with zero waste about yourself?
Yes. Up until I decided to be zero waste, I would say I was probably a bit more impulsive in my spending than I am now. Now I kind of I have less appreciation for material things. So I usually will think about something and say, hey, do I really need this, or do I want to buy this? And it'll cut off my spending habits a lot more. So I save a lot more money that way. But beforehand, I would go to like Marshall's or something and just buy a bunch of stuff that I really don't need, or go to Target and buy a bunch of cheap stuff, and it's just like, why am I buying this? And now, like, I kind of just look at stuff and I'd be like, you don't need it, or this is bull crap, or you can kind of look at it and be like, this is probably going. Oh, another thing is that since I started, when I buy stuff, I think about what's going to happen to this at the end of its life. Is it going to go in a landfill? Is there a way that I can recycle it? And that's like one of the biggest and quickest ways for me to not buy something, is because I'm like, I know I can't do anything with this except for throw it in a landfill, and I'm not a friend of the landfills. So.
Okay. Have you been able to calculate how much money you save every month? Is that part of something we can find on your blog?
I haven't gotten that far yet, but I would like to do the conversion. I don't know how it would work now that I'm already in zero waste mode, and how I can compare it to what I was spending beforehand. But I do want to do like a trash audit, where I can say, this is how much trash I would have had if I weren't zero waste, and this is how much trash I accumulate now that I'm zero waste. Yeah. So a lot of the times when I tell people about my zero waste life, they're like, the first question is like, do you use toilet paper? And I'm like, yes, I do. I do use toilet paper. There are a few things that I do buy and packaged, in packaging. Toilet paper happens to be one. Another one is incense, because I can't find trustworthy incense that aren't in packaging, but I'm looking for one. And people want to know if I use tampons and what I do during my time of the month. And I actually just recently did a blog post about that, just showing how you can use reusable tampons and pads, and they work just as well. So yeah, I actually have some. You want to see them on camera? No? They're clean. You want to see them?
I mean, I'm not sure. What is it? You're using the cups?
No, I don't use the cup. I'm actually allergic to latex, so I can't use the cup, because most of the cups, all the cups are made out of silicone, so it doesn't really work for me. But I do keep these. This is the sponge.
Huh.
So it's what you would use instead of a tampon.
One second here.
So you put it in, and when it gets full, you just take it out and wash it out and put it back in?
Pretty much. And I like it way better than a tampon because one, I do have that ease of just like rinsing it out and not having to like carry a bunch of tampons with me, but also it absorbs better.
Is it a real sponge like from the sea?
It's from the sea. Yeah. So it's really natural. Like even
from
when
Whole Foods or something?
I got this from 7 but they haven't been carrying them lately. So, but you can get them really easy online. The company that makes them is called Jade and Pearl. And then this is one of my tampons. I mean my pads. I'm holding this.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
This is
Love your hair.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah. So this is like the insert that
that's
comes
like
with it.
from back in the day.
Yeah, it is.
Angie.
Yeah.
This is dawned on me.
So I've been carrying it around because I'm actually like soon to come on. So
Okay.
like maybe when I'm getting close to that time, I carry them in my bag. I wrap up the tampon like this, just so it doesn't get dirty, you know, because you're dealing with a very personal, sensitive part of your body. And then with the tampon, I put it inside of this. Right now I have it inside of this handkerchief, but I also have a bag for it, so it just depends. But it's just because you don't want it to get dirty and pick up anything that you don't want to put inside your body.
That is true. Do your parents think you're a little strange?
Yeah, but my parents have always thought I was the strange kid, so hey, I'm used to it now. They've always thought I was strange.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, join me in the fort, please. It's Fort Negrita. That's FortNegrita.com. I'm on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter. Fort Negrita. That's a period. Fort.negrita on Instagram, and then Fort Negrita on Twitter.